Hi guys, I'd like to thank my new and old subscribers. I really appreciate all the feedback and comments I've been receiving. At this moment, I'm not doing personal readings. I find myself really exhausted after doing one reading because I channel all my energy and to give you guys the best reading that I can give you with all the love that I have, because I really care and I want to rise a vibration with you guys in a loving way. And so if I do find myself to do readings on a personal basis, you'll be the first ones to know. Constructive criticism, I do all love constructive criticism because that makes me a better reader, but I do not like negative criticism that just says, oh, you're just too soft, I can't hear you, and things like it doesn't resonate for me, or you're terrible, and nothing that any comment that will encourage us to do a better job, okay, or any suggestions that would be better. These people are the people that think they're entitled. They don't even donate anything to the reading. They just think that they should be given everything, in very ungrateful attitude. I do not want those people subscribing to my channel, okay? So I have disclaimers. I do swear. So if you're sensitive to swearing, this channel's not for you. I do not like to talk about any country's politics because all my life I've been living in international locations. I see the world in a different way. Okay, it's just not in more of a global perspective. I do not affiliate myself with any religion, but I am spiritual, so I do not like to talk about any particular things that religious organizations say because I don't adhere to them. Okay, you have to be open-minded when you're watching my video. Okay, and I do sing verbatim, word by word, songs of the lyric. So if there are any songs that you might find offensive, I'm sorry, but I can't channel correctly if I'm not allowed to express whatever the downloads that I'm getting. It's just not the right channel for you. Then you can log off or not subscribe. And use your intuition. Don't give any power away to any reader, okay? You do have soul contracts, but you have free will, okay? Remember, there's karma, okay? So you force your free will on others and you manipulate energy. Karma is cause and effect, okay? You will reap the rewards for whatever you do. People have male and female energy, so if you see queens or kings on board, please know that any person can have female and male energy. It doesn't necessarily mean I'm talking about female, I'm talking about a male, okay? So to focus more on the events and the behavior versus the zodiac signs, although I will be saying zodiac signs. Okay, energies can go vice versa. They can be the energy of the reader, of the person that I'm reading the tarot, or the cross watcher, okay? If the reading does not resonate with you, maybe another zodiac sign from your natal chart does. If you do not know your natal chart, go online and type free natal chart calculator and you will find there are several websites that may provide that for you. Also take a look at your Vedic chart as well, because you might resonate with those zodiac signs in your Vedic chart. I am time stamping this to 3 minutes and 40 seconds, and so if you do not want to hear this, please fast forward. As regarding the tea, I have made a video on it, and click on it. It's called like turmeric spice tea, and you will find the recipe there. Hi guys, I'm here to do Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter. I have called for help. I've called all the elements: air, fire, water, earth. I've called ethers. I've called the spirit guides, the great shamans, the Holy Spirit, and of course my personal favorite, Jesus. I'm going to read all the zodiac signs that I see here, and then I'm going to talk to you guys about, as I was shuffling the deck, what I was feeling. I got choked up with nostalgia. I had, like, you know how you have that lump in your throat where it's hard to swallow because you have all your emotions in your throat, and you feel like your heart's in your throat, and it's just raw emotion from nostalgia. I do have a song for you guys. So I wanted to kind of get stuck in this energy, but I said no, I have to move on. But this is the lyrics. It's from Places by Porter. Places. You're not the street that you're born to. You're not the arms that hold you. You've got 2 feet to 10 toes. You don't know what you don't know. Some go high, some go low. Keep in mind the places you'll go. 'Cause some get high and some follow. So keep in mind, keep in mind. The places you'll go. You've got a house on your own street, old coffee grounds on your new sheet. The bridges you're walking, the British is burned. Lost is your neighbor who feels your concern. Some go high, some go low. Keep in mind the places you'll go. And then it says, you'll leave a part of you wherever you may go. You'll leave a part of you with those that need it most, 'cause the world is full of faces that you may never know, and some believe your words when they need them the most. You leave a part of you when you go. The places you'll go. Places you'll go. I will write the song and the descriptions down below. Okay, so let's get started. So off the energy right off the bat is nostalgia, okay? So right here it's a Celtic cross, but it kind of takes on its own form as I keep shuffling the deck, okay? It takes me 15 minutes to meditate and do whatever I need to do to get into your energy, tap into the energy. So right here, I feel like that it could be Aquarius or the cross watcher. I feel like you're ready to give a token, like an offer. You're getting ready to make a concrete offer to someone, but your horse is still, because you have this shiny pentacle. You know, maybe it would be give a commitment or give some sort of commitment, and it could be I get a lot of relationship and or career and or, okay? So, but your horse is at a standstill here, and you're kind of contemplating whether you should or you shouldn't, whether you should be the fool and take the risk or you shouldn't, but you have much to risk, okay? And I will talk about that in a little bit. But you're very cautious and you take things slowly, okay? You're hesitant, very hesitant here. And what challenges you is the Six of Cups, okay? When I was contemplating on this card, not only is this card of a past relationship or a past experience, I find this card to be someone that you may have made a soul contract with, or some past experience that you haven't been able to let go. But here I get like you going back to your adolescence. The first time that you had felt a certain way about someone, the first time you had given someone a flower, the first time somebody has touched your heart, the first time that you had given your first kiss to someone and how that felt. And like so much has happened, and you've gotten your heart broken, like in a serious way, where I get in your subconscious the Five of Cups, where sometimes you don't realize that you look at all the past hurts and past heartbreaks that you've had and past regret. It's kind of like you almost get taken back to the past and all those hurt feelings that you had. Okay, because your heart was open here in the past with the Page of Coins. Okay, do you see he's cloaked in green? To me, this is the color of the heart chakra. So your heart was open. You were passionate. You were passionate to take this new. I felt that you had a change, like this awakening, a serious awakening from a love relationship or a job gone awry. Okay, that you had all these, like you saw things from rose-colored glasses. You saw things as like fresh. You didn't see the fine small print on the bottom of the copyright, on the bottom of the legal certificate, the disclaimers. Okay, you were so full of rose-colored glasses that you were so hopeful, and you know how youth is. Okay, they take like foolish risks. Foolish, it's not that they're not smart, but they take risks that a wise person wouldn't take because they've been through the rodeo before. And so your heart was open and you were passionate. Okay, you felt like you can conquer the world. You know how some people, what? Like they're like a cat with 9 lives, where you do things that are really foolish and you feel like you're never going to die. You feel like, oh, death, that won't happen to me. And then you envision a grandiose like job, or a grandiose like acclimates, or like something that something that you're not experienced in doing, but you envision like success, and you like go gung-ho on this relationship or this job opportunity, okay, this job offer. And like your heart chakra was full open. Okay, I get here. Okay, you were just like this youth. I get here. You think back about this youth and the time that you got your heart completely broken and somebody had shamed you, like you for some of you guys, I get at work and or relationship, or both. So I get here the Nine of Cups, the Knight of Cups, where you went towards something in a romantic way, towards this lucrative job that they like sugar coated things, made like shit smell like roses, like made everything look pretty, and like with your inexperience you believed it, and then it ended up like causing you major betrayal. Like look at you here. Do you see? It's completely heartbroken, devastated, like something that would crumble a man. Like a woman are like mostly like more sensitive to, and they can break down in front of everyone, but this will make a grown man break down. It almost to the point where like I couldn't take this energy anymore. I almost wanted to weep, like weep in sorrow, like weep in like devastation. So somebody caused you serious devastation here, where you actually had dark nights of the soul, where you couldn't sleep here. And I want to, oh, it's right here actually. You had this spiritual warfare during the nighttime, where you woke up at night, okay, and you had to battle your demons here. Because you know how somebody takes away your virginity, okay, maybe, or takes away something that you were completely naive about, and they just like rip it away from your soul that you weren't expecting. Like you get completely ripped away from your innocence. For some of you guys, this actually happened, where you had no idea that this would happen to you, that something like this could happen to someone, that it rips the innocence right off your soul. And it caused you like these spiritual spiritual warfare. It actually awakened you to spirituality, because it shifts your paradigm. Every time you have a paradigm shift where it affects your soul, this is a spiritual awakening of some sort. Okay? And you felt like with the Seven of Wands in reverse, and I feel like your heart chakra and your throat chakra clearly suffered, because I feel like right now, as I speak right now, I have like this huge toad in my throat. Like I can't speak my feelings. Like I've had this hidden from people for a long time. Like this betrayal, like it could be a relationship, like what I said, like that somebody who attacked whatever you had that was innocent from you and completely betrayed you. Like I said, it would crumble a grown man. And so Seven of Wands backwards. So you felt weak, like your boundaries were weak. Your boundaries were weak. You weren't the type of youth that had clear boundaries, you know, that had the good head on your shoulder. Although youth do have good head on their shoulders, some of them, you do not develop these clear boundaries without any lessons in heartbreak that you get, that makes you as an adult know what your boundaries are, know when to say no, know when to say yes. Okay, it takes like hardcore, hard knock lessons to actually create a boundary like this. Okay, no youth will be prepared for such things. So your boundaries were weak, okay, before. Your plans your plans were selling out, and you just pretty much gave up. You know, and you like, I get, tuck your tails between your, you know how those dogs sometimes where they just tuck their tails between their legs and they whimper out? You know, it's almost like this. And you took a long time to retreat here. You had to take a long time to recover. What? For some of you guys, I get here, these are traumas and family. I get here, do you see? And this, I got family traumas from something that has been done in the past, or childhood issues that you still have nightmares about, that you haven't been able to let go. And so sometimes you hesitate because you know that this world can be cruel sometimes. And so a part of you in your subconscious, whether you know it or not, you grieve it. You grieve it. And sometimes you fail to look at all the love that people have and all the love that is had for you. Because you've missed some opportunities here, I have to tell you. Because you turn around to look at all the spilled cups. Sometimes this may mean like post traumatic stress. What? Family sins. I get here for some of you guys, it could be like from maybe your dad was an alcoholic, and his dad was an alcoholic, and his dad was an alcoholic. Maybe like from a family sin. They're called generational sins. Okay. Maybe one of your parent was a cheater, and so you had to put up with that in your house. Maybe like it's some family generational thing. Okay, some people call it generational curse, some people call it generational sin. It's basically an entity that you're used to having around your home and around your place and around. Everybody has shadow. It's like the shadow self. Everybody has that, and they don't realize they have that because they've been having this for their whole life. They've been around this sort of energy, so things can get comfortable. Any energy that you're in, people are human behavior is like like any animal behavior. You get comfortable with your environment, you adapt to your environment. So these things you don't even notice. Okay. And so you've actually through your contemplation, you've actually taken a look at it and are transforming right now and are healing these wounds. I get here, healing these wounds. But there's something wrong with your throat chakra. There's something wrong. There's like, you need to communicate. Maybe like if you need to seek counseling or talk about these problems, or heal your throat chakra. Your throat chakra needs to be healed. And your heart chakra, your throat and your heart chakra. And the reason why I say this is because I get green here in your past experience, how you went at it as a naive young youth. And here, like, your green is on the floor, like of the belly of this horse. And you're like hesitant. You're hesitant to give your offer in this connection. Okay, or this new, or jump in this new career, or jump in this new relationship. I will clarify for you, okay? Okay, so, but you're transforming here like the butterfly. Right now, the signs that I see here, okay, I see a strong Cancer, that you're thinking about a Cancer. You may be thinking about a Cancer, pursuing something with a Cancer. Okay, but right now I feel that because right now this recovering and retreating, I find that here you're doing a lot of your shadow work. Right here, you're retrieving, because you're taking a look. You're getting downloads, and you're actually taking a look at. You're resting, and in solitude, you're actually thinking about what had happened. Do you see how that's in front of him? And he's like, sometimes some of you guys may pray to your spirit guide or God, or whoever you pray to, and pray about this matter. Sometimes you pray that these nightmares will cease, and you will get a good night's sleep. Okay, just to let you guys know, the angels and the Holy Spirit can't help you unless you ask for help directly. So you have to ask for help, or else they can't help you, because people have free will, and the angels are not going to take your free will away. Nobody will. Nobody with a like the angels or the spirit guides or anybody will take your free will away, because that's something they cannot do. Nobody. The light or the dark. So you have to ask for help. I see here that you're dealing strongly with a Scorpio. I see fire signs, water signs, all signs on board. Strong Cancer, a strong Scorpio. Okay. But you unconsciously know that you go back to this and there's some things that you still need to heal. But you're almost like, it's kind of like you're almost bringing this to your subconscious with a Chariot here. And when I pulled out the Chariot that's what crowns you. When I pulled it out, the first thing that my eyes drew to were the Sphinx here. The dark and the white Sphinx. Almost kind of balancing your yin and yang, balancing your shadow and your light self. Okay, this is what I call shadow work, and trying to, how do I say, trying to focus on the prize at hand, and the prize is conquering yourself. Okay, coming into a balance of your yin and your yang. And this is how you heal. This is how healing happens. And also for some of you guys, it could be and or. I think most of you guys, I really think it's both. That you guys are contemplating into making an offer to someone. And here in the near future, you will take the risk with the Fool. I got here clearly the Fool. Okay, after knowing this about yourself, you're willing to take a risk of being that youth again, of opening your heart chakra, of opening your throat chakra, of actually having hope. Because you have taken the time to look at this shadow self, to look at the things that you haven't healed, so you can heal them properly. Because you know that you cannot enter a new relationship or a new circumstance without healing the things from the past. Otherwise, you will be in doom of repeating the same thing over and over again. For some of you guys, I get here that this requires traveling. Like you're thinking about traveling. Some of you guys have thinking about purchasing a new car. Okay, doing things like working out a lot. So your feelings, I get the 8 of Wands and the 2 of Pentacles here. 8 of Wands and 2 of Pentacles. And the reason why I pull your cards out, so I don't waste my time shuffling, because it takes me like literally 20 minutes to shuffle the cards. So like you feel like traveling, like taking risks with things, like traveling, like I could be for traveling to see someone, or I could be like going back to those places that you had great memories in. Maybe that place in like Miami, or that place in that island that you went to that had cost you like a sense of feeling at home. I get here Hawaii, Jamaica, like an island. I get here some sort of island destination that everything was like tranquil and like and you had great memories with a person here, for some of you guys. But for some reason I'm still getting this like tightening in my throat, like almost thinking about you causes you some sort of feeling like bittersweet. Nobody can ever take those memories away from you. Nobody. they'll always have a part of you, as the song said. You'll always have that part of you. I feel here with a 2 of coins, you're multitasking here. You have choices, or you have choices between jobs, or weighing multiple options. For some of you guys, I get your next career change, your next move, your next destination, where you're going to pick this new job offer, and you're thinking of traveling somewhere else. Maybe to a place that you've always wanted to go and settle down, that causes you nostalgia. For some of you guys, like I said, it's a relationship, but it draws back again to nostalgia. I'm going to clarify this here with what duck? Let me think here. Yeah, they said this already. I don't have to think very long, guys. I'm going to use, where is it though? Oh, here it is. I'm going to use the vice versa deck to clarify here the 6 of cups, what makes you nostalgic. Oh, that's your challenge, is like, you know, maybe sometimes our memories are always better than what was reality. You know how we always make our memories, it's almost like we direct our own memories. Like it's a little bit better than what it was in reality. So we build our memories up, okay? That maybe we're thinking, is it going to be the same way as it was before or better? So I'm going to clarify, and I'm just cleaning the cards. I always clean the cards. I'm going to clarify the 6 of Chalice. For some of you guys, I feel like you had to confront head on some religious beliefs that were ingrained from your family for a long time. You almost had like a shift in paradigm with the religion beliefs that you were taught to believe in that had to crumble down to build new foundations. And this is what death is the crumbling down of old things to make way for the new. So it's like a shift in paradigm of belief, a shift in values and beliefs here I get. And like what is really blocking your way forward is this hierophant that says, no, we taught you in our community, in our family, taught you to believe this. This is what was ingrained to you. This is what ingrained to your parents' parents, into your family. This is what your community feels and how this is how your community feels and values and belief. This is what they believe about the church and religion. And they like in doctrines and dogmas that you had to face on. And you like your beliefs about what the devil is and angels are and whatever, your beliefs of what happens in the afterlife. And they may be different from your traditional beliefs that you had were brought up to believe. It was that you were social constructed to believe. And you're no longer that youthful child that thought a certain way. And this is what makes you have these spiritual warfares at night, because it's a fundamental shift. And when you have a shift, especially in something that is spiritual or something like this, it's a total spiritual warfare. And some of you guys, I got that some of you guys were thinking, if people were so good and they went to church all the time, why did they do things so bad? Why were they such, if they were supposed to be like high standing in this religion organization, why did they do the things that they do? I mean, and then you question yourself, because these people believe in these things, are they really going to go to hell? And what is hell? Hell is pretty much what you believe hell to be. Okay? Um, in my opinion, hell is what you believe it to be. If you think that you're going to you're going to burn in hell, burn for the rest of your, soul is going to burn, then that's what it's going to do. Okay, for me, I believe that there is no hell, there is no devil with horns or anything like this. I believe that you either ascend in your next life and you learn the lessons, or you keep repeating the cycles lifetime after lifetimes after lifetimes. And you might regress. There's people that regress and don't learn the lessons, but do worse things than learning the lessons. So they might regress into maybe like a past life that's even like a regression from whatever they were in this current life. This is my understanding, but everybody has a different understanding. Okay, but this caused you to question these things for some of you guys. And I still have this throat thing. Like, I really have blockages in my throat chakra. For some of you guys, you're not talking to your family, some of your family members. There's so much like emotions that you're not expressing this with I get here family members, some relatives that you've had that you have nostalgia about, that you haven't talked to for a while. And there's regrets, some things that were said in the passing, some things that were said. So some of you guys can no longer take back whatever was said because these people are no longer here. Okay, I'm sorry. So we're here at the Six of Cups. What does the Six of Cups want to tell us? What does the Six of Cups want to tell us? Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter. Holy Spirit, what does the Six of Cups want to tell us? So I get here the card of Cancer. You really want to, you're dealing with a Cancer, some of you guys. Okay, Aquarius, Cancer. Aquarius are dealing with a Cancer, or you really have strong Cancer. But you're really wanting to charge full steam ahead towards this person. Okay, because you love them, but you haven't said that you love this person. Okay, and this heartbreak has caused you to block your throat chakra and your heart chakra. Okay, because you're no longer that naive child. But are you willing to step forward and take this risk that the Fool will? And it's almost like when you lose yourself, you find yourself. Like that 9 Inch Nails song. He says, when you lose yourself, you find yourself. So I don't know if it's Pretty Hate Machine or what, but it's basically when I lose myself, I find myself. So it's like you're back to square one. Like you lost yourself. And then by losing yourself, you found yourself because you had no choice but to look at your shadow, and you're healing and transforming from it. So it's almost like you found yourself. And here, like, you're ready. Like, do you see this man or this male energy is focused, ready with their cup right here. And you know, they're not afraid of the love here. They're willing to take the risk. They're not afraid of like taking the risk. Do you see his eyes are focused? Both of these, they're straight ahead, looking in their direction of their focus. I also got here the Tower when I clarified the Six of Cups. Like, there's a Tower moment that happened here, but it didn't break the foundation. It cracked it, yeah. Is there some repairs that need to be done? Yes. In this relationship, this soul connection, this old soulmate, I get here soulmate, past life, you've had past life with this person. Okay, and the reason why I go back to person and not work is because I get here the King of Cups here. So it seems like a connection here, okay, that you're willing to take a risk on. And there's something that happened, like where the rug had swept under you and you felt betrayed. But that is from your perspective, okay? There was a crack in this foundation, but do you see that the rest is sturdy? Oh, wait. No, it's not. It crumbled. It crumbled. The shell just remains the shell. So you're thinking about this, what happened in the Tower moment. But you're taking a look at it because this fell like this. So it means that the magician is taking a look because he's facing towards the Tower. And look, he has his magical wand up. Okay, so he's trying to manifest here with the Chariot. He's trying to manifest something and take a risk towards something here. It was like this, actually. See how the Fools take looking at this? And you know, like with love. Okay, and he's meeting his fears head on here. Okay, he's like overcoming this Tower moment from the past to actually go forward, free of the baggage. Do you see how the Fool does not have the baggage that like a Nine of Wands would? Okay, although people see you like this, where you're guarded and stuff, you realize this. You realize this is what your problem is. And so in the future, you're going to relieve yourself from all these wands, from all this baggage that you're carrying, and from this defensive stand, because you realize this person, or this was the old you and this is the new you, but more intuitive, more sharp. You realize that you cannot blame whatever happened in your past to the new person. And if you carry those energies, you're going to keep repeating the same patterns. And so here I feel that the Tower moment has happened. Whereas here, it's pretty much presently happening, but here it's happened already. This is the rubble. This is like the dust has cleared. And you're like thinking of picking up the pieces here. You're looking at this like you're trying to manifest picking up the pieces here. Like investing your time and energy in healing yourself in order to pursue your focus, which is this person right here. This is your soulmate. This person you've had plenty past lives with. When I was shuffling your deck, I did get the Two of Cups, by the way. But you fear here, what you fear here with the Ten of Cups in reverse is that this is your fear now, okay? This is not reality, but something in your head that you fear. It's like an empty nest, like a broken relationship. You know, like family troubles. Like you will take whatever it is, the energy, family troubles, that this will break apart, that it'll be broken like the last time, or whatever doubts and fears that you have from the past. So you need to let that shit go. For some of you guys, there are children involved. What about the children? Is there anything you want to tell me about the children for those that have children? I get here. I don't know. I don't know what you're trying to tell me with the children. Okay, what does that mean? What? For some of you guys, you have to watch your children closely, and make sure you don't leave them alone with anyone that you may think, oh, they're just a church person, or they're a person that is trustworthy because they would never do anything to harm my child. Just be careful because you don't know. Okay, there's some deception, something going on here. Okay, so don't leave your child might not tell you anything, so don't leave your child in anybody's hands. Okay, make sure they're watched at all times. And I hate to say this, but it could be like a spiritual person of high authority, maybe like a priest or something like this. For some reason, do you see this priest looking at this little boy who's like, I get here, I hate to say this, but I get here, whoever is like helping, serving during communions and stuff, what are those little boys that help, with the communion and like the service and stuff like this? Look at him looking at this little boy right here. I don't know why and then I got this card right here, the Five of Swords. I just didn't get a good vibe from this, guys. So, try to develop a relationship with your children. I got the Temperance in reverse. Okay, the reason why you need to develop a relationship with your children is you want your children to tell you everything, not to be afraid to maybe say everything, tell you the truth, maybe say something that maybe, this is why we shouldn't just tell our children, oh, you should believe everything that the church does and everything that they do and say is right, because then they're going to be afraid of speaking to you and talking to you and speaking to you the truth, because they're going to think it's blasphemy or they're going to go to hell or something like this. You just never know. This is why you don't give you give your kids the ability to be able to express themselves in an open-minded way, making sure that they realize that they can tell you everything, okay, that nothing will be regarded as being far-fetched or crazy or anything like this, that you develop that relationship with your child. This is like energy of chaos, disruption. all the time. You know, like maybe like emotional turmoil. Maybe if you notice that your child is acting in a weird way, like disruptive, you know, that you're sensing that they're going in odd hours to help with certain things and stuff like this. Don't give your adult people, you know, use your intuition, and trust them with your children 100%. I'm sorry, when I was growing up, my parents never let me sleep over anybody's house. If I wanted to have a friend over, that's fine. You know, they were really strict up about that. And still, even that, still, you know, you never know. You never know, you know. So I don't want to scare you guys, but just be careful, okay? Knight of Wands. I get here with the Knight of Wands. This is like in and out energy. It's like a lusty person, in and out energy. Okay, this doesn't look good, guys. Okay, just, you know, it's like a teacher of some sort. Just for, not, you know, it's just for those people that may suspect, you know, my kid's acting kind of strange. He's helping, you know, he's helping with religious services. I don't know. I don't know here. You guys, write me comments and let me know what's going on, okay? And your final outcome for the rest of the people that are hearing this, you're going to get your Ace of Cups. Okay, I'm going to clarify this shortly, because it could mean like a birth of a child, but it's basically, it could be like a new relationship, a proposal of marriage, a birth, you know. But here I see that it's going to be successful, that this relationship really is one of true love, is one of unconditional love. Look at how this cup overflows. It's abundant. It'll never run out. Do you see how it's a never ending, and it's divine, like it's given to you from the divine. So this is a divine connection. I'm going to clarify here. Ooh. So this is why I feel like this is why my throat chakra is blocked. When I started talking about this child, I started getting more blockages in my throat chakra here. So you definitely, you know, they just don't want to say anything. So make sure you develop those relationships. It's so important. Work is not more important than your children. You know, like developing those relationships with your child. Ask them how your day was at school. What did you do? Give them the security that whatever they say, whatever opinions that they have, that they're well respected, that you validate their emotions, that you don't say, hey, that's crazy, why do you feel that way? Nobody feels that way, and invalidate them. Okay, this is how they establish boundaries, is when you invalidate their emotion. This is when they say to other people, when they start harassing them or bullying them, who are you to invalidate me or tell me how I should feel? Nobody validates my emotions but myself. And this is where they establish clear boundaries, where shit like this doesn't happen to them. Okay, so the Ace of Cups, going back to the Ace of Cups, please. Going back to the Ace of Cups. Going back to the Ace of Cups. What about the Ace of Cups? For some of you guys, you will have a baby with this person. And for some of you guys, you're thinking about your child, your childhood, and what your experiences as a child and how that has developed you as a grown person. And some of you guys, yeah, there will be pregnancy. I have to tell you guys. Some of you guys will have a child. Will marry this person. Okay, if not married, if married already, you will have a child here. Do you see? This for me is contract. Okay, it's a binding contract. So working together with somebody on a contract. It could be a soul contract. Teamwork makes the dream work. Like developing a home, like creating like a home, a commitment with this person. And for some of you guys, you will have a child. This is not a child's card. This is like the Hierophant, but they're looking the other way. But I just, look at, this is fertile. She's fertile here. This is what, like a deity where some people like rub it to become fertile. So if you're thinking like you want a child and you haven't, you will have one. And this child will have the key in healing your wounds too, that you've had from your childhood, bringing from your childhood. Here I get that you guys won't be as conventional as your parents had been with your child. It'd be more original, it'd be more spiritual rather than being following like a dogma or a doctrine of a religion or something like this. They'll be more open-minded. It might be like a star seed or an indigo baby here. Original star seed. This baby will be woke. Okay, let me get you some spiritual cards here. Every connection that's divinely guided, your kids are going to end up being star seeds. They're going to be the next wave that would help lift the vibrations of this earth. They'll be more woke than you and I are. So they'll be able to tap into the Akashic records way more readily than we would. They'll have universal conscious, like to the max. Almost like they're people that will have telepathy powers. Then we can, we have telepathy powers right now, but not in the way that they will have, where they can just communicate with someone without having to speak to them. This is the type of powers that people will develop. It's crazy. No, look at how far we've gone with tapping into the Akashic record and universal thought and conscious. And imagine what, starseeds in future generations will be able to do. I know it sounds far-fetched and crazy, but living in simulations, in that reality, this is not really our reality. Also made of sound crazy 100 years ago, right? Yeah. So what does the spirits have to tell us? And then we should be done, because we've been doing at it for a long time. Gift of God. See, this baby will be a gift of God. We angels bring you gifts from your Creator. Open your arms to receive it. Also, this union will be a gift. This union is a gift. So if you're hesitating, the answer is a clear yes. Go for it. This is the person. Don't be afraid. Heal all your traumas. Don't carry any baggage. Like, come baggage free. Clear audience. Notice the loving guidance you hear inside your mind or from other people. At night you might be hearing things. Listen to what you're hearing. Listen to it. Don't be scared of it. Listen to it. And if you need help, ask for help, because nobody's going to help you. You have free will unless you ask for it. Remember who you are. You are a powerful, loving, and creative child of God. You are very loved. Remember who you are. Know your boundaries. Know your boundaries. Know that whatever you don't want in your energy field, you can easily say, tell them to leave, or whoever to leave. Have clear, established boundaries, not only spiritually, but in the physical plane too, for people. Learn to say no. Outdoors. Go outside, get some fresh air, and connect with nature to relieve stress and gain new creative ideas. Okay, ground yourself, basically. Ground yourself. Okay, that's it, guys. We spent a lot of time with this. I love you guys, and thank you so much for watching me. I feel so special because you guys are watching me. Really, I mean it. I mean it. Love you guys. Bye.